Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Jay Diggy back with another One Piece video. So last time I talked about Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, where I see them at the end of Wano, but this time we are gonna talk about Kid, where I see him at the end of Wano, not so much in terms of character, but in terms of capabilities. And also, just to let people know, as of the recording of this video, this is chapter 982, just to let people know. Now, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and Facebook. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, before we begin, when we talk about Kid, we need to talk about his current capabilities of what we have seen him do and what we probably has. So it has been confirmed that he has Conqueror's Haki, but that should be expected if he should be Luffy's rival. In a sense, I assume he needs to have some level of degree of Haki in some sense. Now, another feat that we have heard is that he has injured a Street Commander. But which is the Street Commander, we don't know. In all honesty, I think it's Smoothie, just because Katakuri was undefeated back then. Cracker was doing his own thing, but I think if you consider the part with Rouge and when Cracker came in after Rouge, but I think it's Smoothie. And also doubling down on that because he's actually here in Wano. So that's what I see it as. Due to this, we do not know the extent of the fight. And before I get to that, another reason why I think it's probably Smoothie is because let's say Kid knows about the Rio Poneglyphs, who is going in the Rio Poneglyphs and Big Mom's territory, Smoothie. Therefore, he had to go there, he had to scuffle with her, and then he had to take something back. And I'm assuming it's a Rio Poneglyph. Now, in terms of power level where I see him at that current point in time, I honestly see him at super low tier Admiral level, meaning that he could take Jack, Ace, Queen, all those. Oh, not Queen. Whoa, not Queen. Who else? Cracker to a high tier fight. However, if depending on how crazy the fight was with Smoothie, with that Street Commander, we might be able to bump it up to low tier Admiral level, where he could take Queen, Jozu, and those cats to a high tier fight. But we honestly gonna have to wait and see on that. Now, as for fights of what I expect in Wano, the first fight that already happened was Kid versus Apu. And technically, it hasn't really been completed yet or anything, but it was still pretty lit to see. Like, that Punk gift thing, ooh. Now, okay, all you gotta do is just color in the Haki. Just color in the Haki, and I'll be dancing like crazy. But the main reason why I say that Kid vs. Apu could continue on is because I don't think Kid is gonna let him go that easily. Like, sure, right now they have to get out of the situation they're in, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a time where Apu and Kid will fight and no one will interrupt. Like, it has to happen. I feel like it has to happen, especially with the vendetta he has going on. Now, another fight that I definitely could see happening would be Kid versus Smoothie. Maybe if Smoothie comes back, if she's injured in some way, she may want to settle the score, and that could set some story elements up with Kid versus Smoothie. And if he wasn't really confirmed back then, he would definitely be confirmed to be at low tier Admiral level, which I believe will place him in the same tier as Luffy, who I think right now is low tier Admiral level. Now, of course, the main fight without question is going to be Luffy, Law, and Kid versus Kaido. I already talked about this in my Luffy and the Wano video, where these three are going to be the main dudes that are going to be taking on Kaido. Like, Luffy and Kid is going to be doing at least 30% of the work each. For sure. Even Law is going to do like 15-20%, but really Luffy and Kid are going to do the main stuff. Now, one of the things that I do think might happen is that I know a lot of people have been saying that Luffy will be the one to defeat Kaido, like get the last blow. I think it's actually going to be Kid. And he's going to be the one that actually kills Kaido. And this is for one reason. Luffy has already a very high bounty. If Oda is serious about having Kid being Luffy's pirate rival, then he needs to step him up. Not in terms of level, but in terms of portrayal and bounty. And if he does kill Kaido and gets that last blow, oh, you can bet Morgan's is going to pull some lots of stuff, some lots of good stuff, and really boost up his bounty for sure. There could also be a Kid versus Big Mom situation going on. I don't know if this would happen. Like, it's still really unconfirmed per se, but we'll have to wait and see. Cause at least for Smoothie it makes sense, but with Big Mom, we don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't know any story elements of what Kid would do to fight Big Mom. So that's another thing. Now, if the Navy comes in, we could see Kid clash with an Admiral if they send 2, because I think they would send 2 Admirals, bare minimum 2 Admirals to Wano. So it could happen, maybe. I don't know, because story-wise right now, Kid doesn't really have anything to do with the Navy or anything. But it would be interesting. Like, it would be cool. It would be like, I don't know if you guys, well, spoiler alert right now for Gintama, just letting you know. I don't know if you guys ever seen Gintama, but there's a fight between what's his name, Okita and Kagura's brother. I forgot his name. Wait, is it Okita? I think that's his name. Oh, I hope. But this fight, the reason why it was epic, because in a sense, these 2 characters, they're already good in their own rights, and in terms of them fighting each other, they story-wise they have no reason. But it was epic to see. So like, it could be something like that, in my opinion. Like, that would be amazing if we see that. Now, if Blackbeard shows up, we don't know anything with Kid and Blackbeard. I don't think Kid is going to be dealing with Blackbeard at all. Maybe just like a couple of conversations, but that's really it. Like, that's all I see really for Kid. Now, of course, the final fight, like, which I think will happen, they're gonna lose again, and then they're going to have something where they have to get stronger even more so to fight Kaido again, and then it will be Luffy, Law, Kid, X-Ray, Hawkins, maybe a Pooh again. We'll get to a Pooh in another section versus Kaido, but that is where I would see it in terms of fights. Now, as for potential growths, I think the first thing for sure is that we need to understand, truly understand how his Devil Fruit works. And we need to see if there's a variant that can max Gear 4. Like, we've seen it with his Punk Rotten, but we don't really know if we can say that's equal to Gear 4, because we don't know. Now, there's a lot of potential, especially if we try to compare him to Magneto and all that whole situation, but we don't really know his Devil Fruit to like a real level, so we can't really say much. But I think that's the first thing we need. Of course, number 2, Devil Fruit Awakening. I feel like that should happen. It makes perfect sense. I feel like he should have it. Now we're gonna talk about hockey. Now, hockey-wise, we don't know anything hockey-related feats that he has done, but we know he has to have a good amount, at least somewhat high level amount. Not super high level, but at least somewhat high level amount. Like, at least, bare minimum. So I think right now, potential growth is that he could have a higher level of Conqueror's Haki, like starting to understand. Actually, speaking of Conqueror's Haki, it would be so cool if Kaido uses his Conqueror's Haki, and then Luffy and Kid work together, combine their Conqueror's Haki together to push Kaido back. That would be hype. That would be absolute hype. Now, I got off there, but now getting on to the Army Haki. If there is an extreme high level of Army Haki, higher than Ryo, that we might see from King, I still think there might be. Because at least for level 3, a lot of people have level 3, and some of these guys have level 4. I feel like there needs to be one more. Like, when it comes to Future Sight, like, if you compare Kaku's Future Sight to, like, say, the Admirals, right? Kaku's Future Sight is godly. It's so godly, it's too good. Because not only can he see everything, like every small detail about the future, he could react in time. Now, Aokiji, for example, he can see somewhat into the future, but it isn't to the extreme high level. Well, it's not confirmed, but it isn't to the extreme high level that Kakui has. Like, Kakui spams that shit. So I'm assuming we're going to see an extreme high level of Armor Haki, in a similar sense of ridiculousness from King. Next, as for Observation Haki, he either I think he should master either master future sight or have high level of presence observation haki. So it's either he's presence or precognition, depending on where he lies. Like, it depends on his spectrum per se. Of course, without question, Ryo has to be mastered. He needs to have mastered Ryo. I feel like that's a bare minimum guarantee he needs to have. Now, at the end of the arc, where I see him in terms of power level, I would say low tier Emperor level, where he could take Rayleigh and Akainu into a high diff fight. In a sense, be in the same tier as Luffy by the end of Wano. That is where I see him. And like I talked about before, where he could get the last blow on Kaido and his bounty will increase, I think his bounty is going to jump so crazy. He's going to have 2,600,000,000 on his head. That's why I think his bounty will be 100 berries higher than Luffy, which I previously stated will be 2,500,000,000. Alright guys, so that's really the end of the video of where I think Kid will be at the end of Wano. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment down below where you guys see Kid will be at the end of this video. Give this video a like if you really like it. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to see more future content, and hit that bell icon notification to be notified when new releases do come out. And stay sunny, guys. Stay sunny.